particular case, looking at the totality of the circumstances in your investigation, would this have been a slow or quick death for Cooper Harris?
I think it would be on the slow side.
And what makes you believe that based on some of the information that you've shared with this jury, including the photograph?
I believe that he died as a result of hypothermia. I believe that he was left in a motor vehicle which was parked, which over time heated, and as a result of the car, the internal compartment of the car heating, Cooper got heated, but that took time because it wasn't like he was put in a car that was 150 degrees instantaneously. It started off cool, and over time it got hotter and hotter and hotter until it reached a point where Cooper's temperature got beyond the point of irreversibility, and he passed.
Would this have some sort of physical or painful effect on Cooper Harris?
I believe that he went through various stages as he was passing, yes.
And can you explain that for the jury, please?
Well, you can't say exactly, but the phases he would have experienced, likely had nausea, he would have had a headache, he would have become dehydrated, he may have had seizures, he would have had, even at his young age, he would have had anxiety because he's been in a car seat before and he's just strapped in there, and he probably would have struggled as he was becoming more and more uncomfortable. And as a result of that, he may have, as I said, rubbed his head or face or body parts against something that was hot, causing him to have pain. He may have scratched himself. He had all these potential possibilities. But most prominently, I believe that he definitely went through the various phases of having a headache and probably had nausea and may have had some seizure activity prior to becoming unconscious and passing.
Looking at states 333 and focusing on Cooper Harris's mouth, could you see evidence of dehydration and things like that when you looked at his lips and tongue and the interior of his mouth?
Yeah, you can see that his lips are dark purple. That's a sign of dehydration and parching, and he has that.
You had talked about taking certain slides, and we are not going to go into any internal examination photographs for Cooper Harris, but did you do an internal exam of
Yes, a complete autopsy was performed.
And did you take sections of slides so that you could look to see if you could see evidence of decomposition?
Yes, I did.
In at least one area, did you see evidence of decomposition, at least the early signs?
Yes.
Can you describe for the jury?
Yes, the pancreas was autolyzed, was decomposed.
And where, generally speaking, is the pancreas located for those that may not have a medical background?
The pancreas is right below your liver, more or less, so it's right at your midline, just below there.
Does that beginning stages of decomposition, would that cause any discoloration that would be notable from the exterior of the deceased Cooper Harris?
Possibly.
Now, these slides, were they taken and preserved so that others could look at them as well?
Yes.
In this particular case, can you tell the jury and a precise time of death for Cooper Harris?
No.
Hypothetically, if there were evidence to show that he was in a vehicle that was maybe 90 degrees or 95 degrees, but less than 100, could a person survive in that temperature in a vehicle?
Yes.
Looking at the totality of these circumstances, if Cooper Harris hypothetically was left in his vehicle at 9 o'clock in the morning and law enforcement were called sometime after 4 o'clock, is it possible he was alive around lunchtime?
If the temperature at lunch was only in the 90s, low 90s, yes.